I used to hate when people would say, back to reality. It was always after some cool holiday or doing something just out of the ordinary, and everybody would just kind of nod along and collectively agree that, yeah, that's life. Like, what are we actually saying there? That reality is the boring part, and these moments where we feel excited or inspired are just little temporary interruptions?
My joke to break the ice with people on a Monday is like, oh yeah, not too bad for a Monday, or Monday's halfway over, and I get a few laughs out of people. But this guy said Monday is my favorite day. And
I like that.
I actually connected with him in that moment. I shot back and I said, yeah, but don't say it too loud. I don't want anyone to think we're weirdos. So we had a good laugh on the phone. So yeah, I think that it's definitely normal to feel low on a Monday. But if you can ever find something where you can't wait to get up and do, that should be definitely at the top of your priority list.
Okay, straight influencer vibes. We're gonna skate around and see if I can talk while I do so. We'll see how we go. When I was younger, I did dumb things. I messed around with substances, if you know what I mean. And I pretty much thought my answer was finding an escape. And really, I was just looking for something that felt more exciting and meaningful. What I've realized since then is that the desire in itself wasn't wrong. I was just searching for those things in the wrong places. And what changed everything for me was creativity, filmmaking, storytelling, just being a creator in general. And not because it made life easier in any way, it just changed the way I looked at it. When you get into that creative space, you tend to stop consuming the world around you and you start sort of participating in it. And it helps you find more meaning in the things around you. And a lot of ordinary moments can become something worth remembering. It gets you to do things that you typically wouldn't normally do. For example, my friend and I, we run another channel where we go around interviewing people, and it's just something we wouldn't do if it wasn't for filmmaking and YouTube and Instagram and social media and all that stuff. It's opened a whole door for artists to get their art and get their story and their message out.
Like, we're all created beings. Like, we're meant to create. Like, that's what's going to give you life, you know?
Tell us more.
I'm a deep thinker. I can't just give you like a 30-second answer. Every single one of us is creative, whether we know it or not, you know? Like, we're a created being from God. Like, we can't not create. Like, all of us are even here from creation. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, whether you think you're a creative person or not, that's not, like, you are. You just are by nature.
I think she's right. I think reality can feel creative and exciting. It doesn't have to be boring and mundane. And I think we actively shape our experience of reality. And yeah, I know a lot of our lives can look very repetitive and we've got our responsibilities and routines that we have to do. But I've stopped believing that because of all those things, life has to feel lifeless, that there can't be any zest behind it. Zest. I wonder if that's the right word that I'm looking for. Maybe that looks like romanticizing some small things in your life, or maybe changing habits that might support more of a creative life. I personally believe that you can turn basically anybody's ordinary walk into something adventurous. And I know it might not seem like it. You might look at your life and be like, how can I possibly turn this into something that looks adventurous? But I guarantee you can. It's just changing the outlook on your environment or your situation. I think a creative person and somebody who thinks they're not creative can walk down the same street and have two completely different experiences. I think one person's trying to get from point A to point B, and the other person is noticing things, looking for ideas and looking for stories. Before I got into filmmaking and content creating, I would have just kind of walked through a place like this and not really noticed anything. But now I take a look and I look at like this cathedral behind me. I love the orange, the colors that pop from it. And I love the beauty and the art of it. And not just that, but just even all the buildings around me. Now, I do think modern day society lacks a bit of creativity, but that's a story for a different time. And now I'm constantly looking around. I'm looking, is there a shot over here, or is there a story to be told in this area? And I think that's why being a creative changed so much for me. You know, not because it automatically made life more exciting, but it challenged, it shifted the experience that I was carrying around with me. This perception that I've been carrying around for years, that reality just has to be this unchanged, repetitive, somewhat lifeless thing. And becoming creative was that mindset shift for me, and I believe it can be the same shift for a lot of you. It stopped me from looking at reality as something I had to endure between the good parts of life. No longer feel like I have to wait for a holiday or wait for the weekends for life to start. Essentially, I just stopped waiting for life to happen. Instead, I just looked at the life that was happening around me and thinking of ways that I can really make the most of it.
Any last words?
I can do a cartwheel. Do you want to do a cartwheel?
Let's see a cartwheel. Good job. That's a mama 4.
That's a mama 4 doing a cartwheel. Kind of hurt my hands.